This one is swung away. That's out of here. Maximo! First one of the day. It's Chalindra. He's trying to make waves at the top of the order. In the air. This is into the gap, though. It's going to fly away for 4. So Chalindra doing the job in the power play. We'll have a look at Essa Farouk, who's going to bowl. And he gets hit away over the offside. Really nice shot. Leaned on and smacked Maximo. Vaidya, who has the highest individual score by a Stockholm CC bat in the European Cricket Series, 77 not out.
Farouk trying to finish off his over, swung away to the leg side. Good shot from Chalindra. Farouk just drifting onto the pads.
Here's Kazi.
Swung away to the leg side. I was about to say it shouldn't beat the fielder coming around there from mid-on, but a bit of a lazy attempt at a foot stop. Short of a length, swung away very nicely. He's a quality player, Archon Vaidya, and he's showed an example of why he's so highly rated. This is a beautiful shot. Better ball in the block hole. Catch put down. It was gettable.
Yeah, he needed the Spider-Man grip on this, didn't he? He just threw the hand and hoped it sticked. It didn't. That's a ringer.
Full ball. Vaidya flashes. Unfortunately, the ball's gone through the hands of the fielder at third man. Flies away for another boundary.
Anyway.
Azam Mohammed comes to the bowling crease. He's met with absolute disdain by Chalindra. Pushes it across. Vaidya doesn't care about the fact that there's 4 fielders out there, and with those hands on the boundary, it's no surprise. Short ball, popped up in the air. Aftab coming around from long on, and he takes pretty good catch. And particularly after some of the less than stellar fielding we've already seen from the Hammonby team this morning, that's a good grab and a much needed wicket. Vaidya goes for 28. It's decent ball from Mohammed, gets a little bit of side spin, but Matur, who couldn't get going yesterday, has just launched his first ball for a Maximo over long off. Comes striding down the track, gets a decent piece of the ball, and finds the boundary. Well, off the bat, I wouldn't have suspected that that one was going to end up as a 4.
Team as well. First, well, let's have a look at this, which is running away. I think that's gone all the way. It has. Maximo. Chalindra, it's kind of been the silent partner a little bit. Hasn't had a lot of the strike lately.
Oh, well. Tell you my theory on that one. Unfortunately, Chalindra's got an awful bounce. Low Javed showing that when you hit that length on the stumps and just a bit short of a good length, you get some variable bounce. So full credit to the bowler for probing that area. Well, he's managed to hit that leg. Oh, this is going to be out, I think, Vinny. See it on the replay, but batter's already walking back to the pavilion. That's Amalraj, who did so much damage yesterday, and this will be a big wicket for Hammonby. Full ball. Matur takes full toll on that. Well swung. It's not an easy shot to play when it's that low on the bat, but he's got plenty of power. It's not a bad ball from Kazi, but exceptional batting, trying to thread the needle through the cover fielder and long off. Well, Khalid Mahmood coming on to bowl the final over, and he's been smacked for a first up. Maximo Matur starting to get in his groove, goes deep in the crease, but it was a full ball on leg stump, deserved to be hit. Good shot again from Matur. Mahmood changes his angle, goes across the face of the stumps. Mahmood, he's given the opportunity to go far higher than a 2. That's launched for 6. Only just crept over Aftab's hand with a courageous leap down at long on.
Predicting by instinct, last ball coming up. Marta needs 2 for his half century.
Well, big swing. He's not going to get the half ton, although Kaur was racing down to the striker's end, desperately looking for the second. Not that it would have helped Matur because it was a leg by. But that leaves Stockholm on a pretty serviceable score, 135 for 3 after the end of their 10 overs. Abhishek Matur undefeated with 48 off 25.
Rahel Khan opening up for Hammonby. Khalid Mahmood, his partner. Let's go. 136 for victory. Short, help round the corner, that's 4. Rahul Khan's a very, very good performer. He's a proven performer. That's well played. Rahul Khan, smart, knew there was no outfielders there. Just had to tap it over the infield, use the pace of Upajaya. A little bit short though. This one is muscled away over the leg side. Maximo! And Mahmood finally hits his straps. Avinash gets a second over. This is a fingertip up. They're still going to go for 4. Well, I don't know if you can call this a chance, really.
Call drifts onto the leg stump. Well, the intent was to hit that for 6 and successfully done so by Khan. Nicely struck shot. Call short of a length. Big swing. Gotten lucky. That ball's racing down to the boundary. Call. He's managed to extract what is a false shot. The ball's gone high. Fielder comes around from cover. Good catch from Mater. We've seen him in the gloves previously, but shown he's very capable out in the outfield. That's a good grab and a much-needed wicket for Stockholm. Really need to get going. Well, that's going to help. Slapped straight down the ground by Muhammad. Actually hasn't carried the boundary by a great distance. Almost got more elevation than it did horizontal travel. Charges down the wicket, flashing outside edge. Good catch. Fielder coming around from third man. Never easy to take those ones that fly off the bat from a short of a length ball, but that's a really good snare. And Muhammad, the ball after he smokes his first 6, he's walking back to the pavilion. He goes for 7 off 4. Hammonby, 47 for 2. Sardhu goes straight through him. Good piece of bowling from the big paceman. Ball didn't really swing. It just came in with the angle. Gets through the gap between bat and pad and takes out the leg stump. Great bit of bowling from Lagan Sandhu. See if there's a bit of, well, not much fire in that last ball from Mater. He's been cracked away through the covers. Mater drifts onto off stump from wide of the pegs and he's hoiked across for a 6. Oh, big swing. Hasn't got a great piece of it. Goes straight down the throat of the fielder at deep square leg. Good catch. They've been solid in the field, Stockholm Cricket Club, haven't they, Vinny? That's 69 for 4.
Yeah, they have. And I think the fielding is so important, isn't it?
It's floated up. Not badly timed. It's somehow going to fall into the gap, and actually it's well placed in the end. Goes more flat this time. Swung across the line. It's kicking off the turf, and it will go for another 4 consecutive boundaries to Faizan. Flutter one outside off stump. Swung it straight. Swung it handsomely down the ground. It carries the boundary. That's a Maximo. He scored 14 off his first 4 bowls at the crease.
I know we live in a throwaway society, but it's one time you should throw it away.
Oh, Faizan's popped off the top of his bat. Another really good catch. Nice bit of bowling from Call. Some jump off the deck, short of a length. Fortunately, Faizan, he's not a particularly tall man. Couldn't get the power that he needed to swing to the leg side. It's a nice bit of bowling.
Last ball, the 8th.
Oh, it swung to the leg side. Nicely timed. Fairly mediocre effort at catching, but Mahmood's managed to find the Maximo when it was needed most. Hammonby just keeping themselves alive in this game. Now 95 for 5.
Mahmood's had none of the strike. You know, now you will get a 6 here. It's away, and I think that Kaushik Vats is making it pretty clear to everyone that's gotten away. I was going to say he's faced 14 balls in 8 overs.
The way he's going, they need him to face most of these remaining balls. That's an ordinary pill from Vijay, and he's been smacked for his 2nd consecutive Maximo. All of a sudden, 28 required from the last 9 balls. Speared in, slapped across the offside. Fielder comes in, almost takes an excellent catch. Not sure about the concept of running for the 2nd. They've needlessly dismissed Khalid Mahmood. I know they were trying to push for every run, but to be honest, him being at the striker's end for the back end of that over was what they really wanted. He's turned blind, rushed back for the 2nd, and Vijay's actually done a pretty good job in taking out the stumps. Floats it outside off stump. Well, boundary to start the over. And no first win is within their grasp. Another one. This smacked over to the offside. Fielder has taken a good catch there on the deep cover boundary. Mattea's heart would have been in his mouth when that ball first launched off the bat. It was a good shot from Jarvid. Unfortunately for him, it's straight down the throat. Well, outside edge, that's probably going to fly for a boundary. So saving his energy with just a slow stroll to the crease. Swing and a miss from Kazi, and that's all she wrote here in Game 1 on the third day of ECS Sweden 2023, brought to you by FanCode and Stockholm Cricket Club.